Welcome to iRise online classes. Here I want to discuss today the topic quadratic equations. Here this topic is not only the questions based on the quadratic equation, and this is useful to solve algebraic identities also. So this topic actually only one question or two questions will come based on this topic, but this topic is very important to solve some more questions, even trigonometry questions, also some questions based on the quadratic equation. So what is a quadratic equation? Any equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 where a not equal to 0. Any equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 where a not equal to 0. A comma b comma c are either real or complex numbers. Either real or complex numbers is called a quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus any equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 where a not equal to 0. If a is equal to 0, it becomes a linear equation, please. So this is a quadratic equation where a comma b comma c, these are the coefficients. A is coefficient of x square, b is coefficient of x, and c is constant. A, B, C are either real numbers or complex numbers is called a quadratic equation. And there is one more definition also for this. Here, this is a polynomial equation whose degree is 2 is called a quadratic equation. Any polynomial equation having degree 2, second degree polynomial equation is called a quadratic equation. So here very important is this is a polynomial equation. This is a polynomial equation. In polynomial equations, the highest power is called degree. It is always integer. Not only this, the power of variables must be integers. Here the power is 1. Here the power is 2. Okay. Here the coefficient of x power is 0. If here the power of x always integer, then only we say that it is a polynomial equation. Otherwise it is called an algebraic equation. For example, I want to write an equation like this. Root x whole square plus 5 root x plus 6 is equal to 0. This is not a quadratic equation, please. This is not a quadratic equation. Here the power of x is nothing but 1 by 2. Root x can be written as root x is nothing but x power 1 by 2. So this is a radical, therefore it is not a polynomial equation, therefore it is not a quadratic equation, but it can be converted to a quadratic equation. Here root x whole square plus 5 root x plus 6 is equal to 0 can be converted by taking this as y square plus 5y plus 6 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation, but this is not a quadratic equation. Okay. Here the values of y, okay, after finding the values of y may or may not satisfying this equation. Here y is equal to root x. For example, if you get the y value is minus 2, root x is equal to minus 2 is impossible. Already I have told root is always positive. Root x is equal to minus 2 is impossible. So some roots may or may not satisfy the original equation. That's why it is not a quadratic equation. Please understand this concept. Okay. So the second degree polynomial equation is called a quadratic equation. Then example, x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. This is one example. Here the coefficients, see coefficients 1 comma minus 5 comma 6, coefficients are rational. This is a quadratic equation having rational coefficients. If the equation is like this is examples. X square minus 5 root 3x plus 7 is equal to 0. Here the coefficients are 1 comma minus 5 root 3 comma 7. One is irrational, other one is rational. Therefore, we say that the coefficients are real. This is a quadratic equation having real coefficients. X square minus 5ix plus 11 is equal to 0. Here one of the coefficients is imaginary. We say that coefficients are complex numbers. Any number in the form of a plus bi, where a comma b are real numbers, is called a complex number. Generally, okay, I is nothing but here I is equal to root of minus 1. This is the definition of a complex number. Okay. So, this is a quadratic equation having complex coefficients. So, the coefficients either real or complex. So, once again, a second degree polynomial equation is called a quadratic equation, or any equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a not equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation. Okay. Next, what is a quadratic expression? See here, in this only the left side part of the equation, left side part is the equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is called, this is called quadratic expression or quadratic polynomial, generally denoted by f of x. This is called quadratic expression or quadratic polynomial, or second degree polynomial is called a quadratic polynomial. Generally it is denoted by f of x, f of x. Okay, so this is about quadratic equation and a quadratic polynomial. Okay, next, then what about the roots of a quadratic equation? What is a root? Here, if f of x is equal to x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0, this is a quadratic equation. The value of the variable x satisfying the quadratic equation is called root. Root is the value of the variable which satisfies the quadratic equation. Here, if f of alpha is equal to 0, we say that alpha is a root of a quadratic equation. For example, if you put 2 here, 4 minus 5 into 2, 10 plus 6 is equal to 0 satisfies, 0 is equal to 0. So from this we say that 2 is a root of x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Similarly, if you put 3 in this equation, 3 square 9, 3 into 5 15 plus 6 is equal to, this is also satisfied. So we say that 3 is a root of the equation, 3 is a root. So if f of x is equal to x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0, 2 comma 3 are the roots of this equation. The values of the variables which satisfy the quadratic equation are called roots. Because it is a second degree polynomial equation, second degree polynomial equation has 2 roots. Okay, 2 roots. So quadratic equation having 2 roots. Understood? But I want to give one more concept here. If this is a equation, it is having roots. But if it is an expression, for example, f of x is equal to x square minus 5x plus 6. This is an expression. If you put 2 here, the value is 0. Here 2 is called 0 of expression, quadratic expression. If it is an expression, this is called 0 of an expression. If it is a quadratic equation, if you put is equal to 0, then same 2 is called root of the equation. Very important point, note, is the root of the quadratic equation is same as 0 of quadratic expression. 0 of a polynomial is nothing but root of the polynomial equation. So know the difference between root and 0 of expression. Root of equation. 0 of expression, both are same for the same expression or equation. Okay, so this is about root of quadratic equation. How many roots are there for a quadratic equation? 2 roots. Okay, then how to find the roots of a quadratic equation? Finding roots of a quadratic equation. Finding roots. If ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation, there are 3 methods of finding roots of a quadratic equation. One is formula. The second one is factorization. The third one is trial and error method or estimation. Formula, factorization, trial and error method. What is a formula? If ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, how to find the root? Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the formula. I want to consider a simple example for this. The example is x square minus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Okay, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 model, where a is 1, b is minus 7, c is 10. Substitute here. This is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square 49 minus 4 into 1 into 10 by 2a, 2 into 1, 49 minus 49, under root of 9 is 3. So 7 plus or minus 3 by 2, 7 plus 3 by 2, 10 by 2 is 5, 7 minus 3 by 2, 4 by 2 is 2. So the roots are nothing but 5 comma 2, 5 comma 2. The second one is nothing but factorization. This is a formula, please know this formula. If it is a quadratic equation, then minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a is the formula to find the roots of a quadratic equation. Then second one is a factorization. What is factorization? First we have to multiply these two, we get 10x square. And write this as a product of two terms such that sum must be equal to the middle value. Minus 5x minus 2x. Product is 10x square, sum is minus 7x. Therefore, this total equation can be written as x square minus 5x minus 2x plus 10 is equal to 0. From these two take x common, we get x minus 5 From these two take minus 2 common, we get x minus 5 is equal to 0. From these two again x minus 5 common, we get x minus 2 is equal to 0. So product of two factors is equal to 0. So either first factor is 0 or second factor is 0 or both are zeros. Therefore, we say that x minus 5 is equal to 0, x is equal to 5. X minus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. So 5 comma 2 are the roots of this equation. This is the way of finding the roots of a quadratic equation using factorization. Generally, factorization is easy if the roots are rational numbers, otherwise somewhat difficult. Okay, best method is formula to find the roots of a quadratic equation, but this is also important to solve some questions, please. Okay, next, what about the third one, trial and error method? Here trial and error method I want to use here. If f of x is equal to x square minus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0, this is a quadratic equation. By substitution of suitable values, we get the roots. Here put f of 2. What do we get here? 2 square 4 minus 2 4s 14, 2 7s 14 plus 10, 14 minus 14 satisfied, so 2 is a root. Similarly, if we put 5 here, 5 square 25 minus 35 plus 10 satisfied, so 2 comma 5 are the roots. Substitute different values. If it is 0, if it is satisfied, then they are called the roots of the equation. This is a trial and error method. Actually, this is not the trial and error method. Okay, see, I want to give a simple concept. Here, if f of alpha 1 is positive and f of alpha 2 is negative, put some value here, we get a positive answer, and put one more value here if we get a negative answer. Then we say that there is a root between alpha 1 and alpha 2. We don't know which one is more. Okay, if alpha 2 is less than alpha 1, root is there between alpha 2 comma alpha 1, between these two. Similarly, if f of beta 1 is negative and f of beta 2 is positive, then we say that there is a root between, there is one more root between beta 1 and beta 2. Actually, this is the concept of trial and error method. If one value substituted positive, one value substituted negative, we say that there is a root between those two. Similarly, f of beta 1 is negative, f of beta 2 is positive, there is a root between beta 1 and beta 2. I want to give the same example here, same example. See, f of 0, put 0, then we get 10. 10 is a positive number, positive number. I want to put some 3. What we get here? If it is 3 substituted, 3 square 9 minus 3 sevens 21 plus 10, 19 minus 21, which is equal to minus 2, which is a negative number. This is a positive number. So 0 substituted positive, 3 substituted negative, there is a root between 0 comma 3. This is called estimation. 0 comma 3 means any number satisfies this one. For example, 0.000012, 2.999 substituted. So that is also maybe root. We don't know particularly, but root must lie between 0 comma 3. If you put 2, it is satisfied, so 2 is a root. Similarly, If f of 3, already you know that it is minus 2, I want to put a 6 here, put 6, 6 square 36, minus 42 plus 10, which is a positive number. If 3 substituted, we get negative. If 6 substituted, we get a positive. So there is a root between 3 comma 6. It may be either 4 or 5 or 5.5 or some 3.5. If 5 is substituted, it is satisfied. So 5 is a root. It lies between 3 comma 6. This is called the trial and error method. F of alpha 1 is positive, f of alpha 2 is negative, therefore there is a root between alpha 1 comma alpha 2. Similarly, f of beta 1 is negative, f of beta 2 is positive, there is a root between beta 1 and beta 2. Sometimes roots are also fractions. For example, if f of 0 is equal to positive number, f of 1 is a negative number. So we say that there is a root between 0 comma 1, it may be 0.1, 0.2 or 0.3 or 0.4, any number between 0 comma 1. Okay. So actually this is applicable only for if it is having real roots, that is important. Because we get only positive numbers, negative numbers is applicable only for real numbers. For imaginary numbers or complex numbers, we don't say it is positive or negative. Okay, 2i, we don't know whether it is a positive or negative. Only if the roots are real, then we say that it is either positive number or a negative number, please. So this is applicable for real roots. So this is about finding the roots of a quadratic equation.